One day after a magnitude 6.4 earthquake rocked Southern California, aftershocks continue to rattle nerves there. While seismologists say it wasn't quite the big one, the people living near the epicenter would argue it was big enough. CBS 2's Randy Paige has more from Ridgecrest.
How could this have happened?
Charlotte Sturgeon says she just can't believe it. I spent my life making this home what it is, she said. It breaks my heart to see it like this. Any idea of the scope of the damage?
Ours is total.
She isn't the only victim of the earthquake. Her neighbor Bridget lives nearby. Her home is a total loss too. As you look at your home right now, what goes through your mind?
I'm homeless.
This is the only other home that was a total loss. The garage caught on fire after a gas hot water heater tipped over in the quake and the broken gas line ignited. Inside the garage, an antique Woody in the process of being restored. It too, a total loss. At the only hospital in town, earthquake victims came for emergency medical treatment for sprained ankles, cuts, and scrapes, but there were no critical injuries. Police Chief Jed McLaughlin is grateful for that.
Are you surprised that there's so little damage?
I am. At the beginning of this, it looked like it was going to be really bad, and turns out I think it's the best that we could hope for.
But there were no critical injuries. Police Chief Jed McLaughlin is grateful for that.
These buildings that did sustain some damage, if we continue to have these 5.0s and greater, is that can continue to wear on these buildings and eventually cause damage to cause them to crumble or degrade to where now they're not safe.
Charlotte Sturgeon says she and her husband are still in a state of shock, staying with relatives for now, uncertain of where to go from here.
We never dreamed it would happen, but it did.
For the Sturgeons, it's the randomness that makes this so difficult. Why was our home chosen, they ask? After all, only this and one other home in this park had this level of damage. And then there's the other big part of this story, and that is, what about the thousands of homes that weren't damaged at all? In Ridgecrest, Randy Paige, CBS 2 News.